Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Today is No, I lied. It's Friday. So, Friday is the day. Today is the start of the beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day outside. The skies are clear in our California area right now. Thank the Lord. Thank to all the men and women out there fighting for our clean air in our areas and our homes. So today is Friday, and today I have a new topic, but again, it's a part two. So what that means is today is Big Ain't Bad. What does that mean? Body positivity, how to be comfortable in your own skin throughout the generations, throughout the years, throughout the times to come, throughout the times you've been through. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I kind of move forward in my body positivity life and how I can basically transform a little bit of who I am slowly but surely, but also make sure I'm comfortable as who I am and what I'm about. So more importantly, today's topic is discrimination in the workplace. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone on Instagram, on Facebook for being out here supporting me, sending me all these messages and loves and commenting and sharing my stuff. I just thank you. And again, it's slowly getting out there in the world. So I've had some amazing things happen this week. But before I tell you more about that, first things first, let's clear the air. I have a little essential oil water here. I got a little sage in there. I got a little lemon, a little orange blossom, a little eucalyptus. And I'm just cleansing my space right now because this podcast is for me to heal. This is for me to share who I am, what I'm about, and why I do what I do. And hopefully someone out there in the world learns from it or, takes something away. And if they don't, or, if it's just one person, that's okay. I'll take it. So thank you to my friends and family on Facebook and Instagram for just being here, supporting, and taking the time. And if you're not watching this now live with me, it's okay. You can save it for later. We can watch it again later. So, before we do that, you always know, I gotta light the clear air, clear the candle, clear the light in front of us, and just start this conversation. So, as you know, I like to light a white candle before we start, and just kind of clear the area, clear the conversation, clear the energy. And what does that mean for me? It's just giving me some nice, beautiful aromas, but also it's just kind of helping me start this conversation. And once I'm done with the conversation, I'll go ahead and turn off that candle and move forward and end that chapter in my life and talk about that conversation and be done with it and then be ready to move on. So, as you all know me, I am who I am. I am myself. And as you know, I'm a big boy. I'm going to sweat in these lives. I'm going to sound out of breath. I'm going to be doing me. But in the end, we got the golden girls here to stay golden and take care of me. So thank you, ladies. But moving forward. Okay, so first things first, again, thank you again for all your support and all the love. And let's talk about today's topic. So, body positivity. Okay, we had that first segment and I shared the most vulnerable story that I can think of and that I shared with you all, and I just got so much love for it. And those are things that my mom and I only knew, and it wasn't anything my brothers knew, my best friends. Well, actually one best friend did know that story, but it's something that I dealt with. And if you haven't remember, or if you didn't get a chance to check it out, look on my Facebook page and see that video. Again, hashtag Big Ain't Bad Part 1, and this is Part 2, talking about a story that I felt most uncomfortable in a interview, as well as a job that I wasn't able to get because of my size. So before I move forward with that, let me just say, be who you are, love who you are, do what you do, and don't let anybody tell you different. You be you, and you do you, boo, okay? So, I'm excited to share this story. Too, it's because I've never really told anybody, even my own family, that said, hey, why didn't you get that job? You're a shoo-in. Well, I'm like, I didn't tell them the truth. All I just told them, hey, maybe it wasn't a fit for me, and hopefully I find something else, which I did. And again, that was a million years ago, and look at me now doing my thing. So, and again, I just want to say thank you to Miss Nikki Hunter out of Positively Nikki out in Texas for having me on her show last night. I had the most beautiful conversation about such a negative topic. So if you haven't checked it out, go see her. I'm going to actually post it later on today. And again, Positively Nikki, we had a really good conversation about crimes, hate crimes against LGBTQ youth, or youth of color or youth of different genders. So we just had a great conversation, and that's where we have to start things, is have a conversation, and it's so important. This week I also had an amazing interview with Miss Barbara over in Miami, Florida, and I'm going to be on her show in the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited. It's going to be an amazing time. This woman has the energy. Whoo, child, she has the energy. But I love it. It's amazing. I'm just gonna, again, doing my thing, living the dream, and moving forward. So this is again a chance for me to just talk about myself, my opinions, my life, my story. And if you want to listen to it, great. And if you don't, it's okay. Maybe later. Just let me know. All right, so moving forward today's conversation. So as many of you know, I'm a chef, and when I graduated culinary school, I wanted to go into the whole pastry and baking and the whole side of that. I love baking growing up, and I love making cakes and cupcakes was my forte, little did you know. And I chose this conversation because one, my birthday's on Sunday, and two, I love cupcakes. Three, did you know that I love cupcakes cold only? Put those cakes and cupcakes in the fridge, I'll eat them cold with a nice glass of cold milk, lactose free, of course, because, woo, girl, you don't want to know. But yeah, so I just want to let you know that that's that, and that's anyways, that's enough about that. But again, that's a fact about me you might want to know. So with that said, I did want to go into the pastry world, and I looked high and low. And during that time when I graduated culinary school was 2008. And I was looking for an internship, and I was like, oh my God, where am I going to work? What am I going to do? I'm scared. I'm nervous. And so it was a new crave that time. It was all these big, beautiful, elaborate cakes that everyone was doing, all these great like images and figurines and colors and flowers and everything like that. Fondant this, fondant that. And I'm like, yeah, I love cakes, but cupcakes was my thing. It's one little thing. You get to eat one, you take it home, put it in your pocket. I don't know what you do with it. But again, that's what I loved about it, because there were cupcakes, right? So I looked high and low in the Bay Area, and there was a really well-known cupcake company. And I don't want to say their name because I don't want to throw shade to them, because I'm over it. This is a chance for me to heal, get over it, because I already did. Because girl, look at me now, I'm doing my thing. So yeah, let me tell you the story. You ready? Okay, so the story. So I applied, I did my thing. I went to their #1 shop that they have in the Bay Area. As y'all know, I'm from California. So shout out to my Californians. And I just kind of met with them, and I was like, hey, what do you guys do? What are you about? I took a tour, I sampled, I tasted. And then I actually got to meet the owner, which is really awesome. And the manager said, hey, we're opening a new shop up. And I was like, okay, cool, that's what I'm here. I heard you have a new shop, you're looking for a manager. I showed them my skill sets. I showed them what I can do with a little bit of icing and a little whipped cream, a little buttercream. And I just said, hey, this is what I can do. And they loved my work, which was really amazing because it was really comparable to what they were doing. And they've been in business for years. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's talk. So I ended up having that conversation. I met the owner, and I was like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can offer. I'd love to learn more and grow with your company. Yes, I'm only looking for the internship part, but I'm looking to stay long term and go from there. And then she looked at me up and down, and she walks in, and she's looking at me up and down, and she goes, hey, did our manager tell you we're opening up a new shop? And I was like, yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm excited. Congratulations for this opportunity. And then I'm excited to be a part of it. Hopefully I can, move forward, me being my confident self. I wasn't cocky. I was confident. Okay. Difference. So I looked at her some more, and she goes, I don't know. Are you sure? Maybe you should check the space out first. And I was like, okay, is something wrong? She goes, it's a really small kitchen. It's really tight. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. And I was like, comfortable in what sense? She goes, I see that you're a bigger guy. And again, I'm telling you, it's a small kitchen, but you're going to have a team of 2 or 3, and you're making all these cupcakes in a really high-end location. And I was like, uh-huh. And she's like, well, I just want to make sure you're comfortable. And I'm like, you're saying I'm not going to be comfortable because I'm fat, right? And she goes, no, that's not it. And I'm like, mm-hmm. That's what you're saying, honey? And I said that. I didn't say that. But I was like, oh, I thought that's what you're trying to imply, that I wasn't going to be comfortable because I'm fat. And basically, she's like, no, she got a little flushed. She got a little red. And she goes, no, I love your work. I love what you do. I'm excited to talk more about you. Let me talk to my team and go from there. And I was like, okay, I'm sure you have more candidates in our interview in the next couple of days, and do your thing. I know how it works. Do the whole runaround. And so I ended up kind of leaving. And I just sat in my car and I was like, why? Why does my size have anything to do with it? You don't see me climbing roofs and ladders and doing all these nonsense, but I'm applying to be a pastry chef inside of your bakery making your cupcakes. Why does my size have anything to do with it? And so I sat in my car and I was just like, Lord, what did I do to get here? Like, I felt just, I've gone through my whole life. I was always a big boy and I always did my thing. And I went through high school and I had my struggles then, especially with my size. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to get over it. I'm going to move forward. I'm just going to continue to do me and be me. And I walked in. I did my thing and I was very confident and I walked out and my confidence just went down the drain. My ego was shot down. My self-esteem was lower to the gods. And I was just like, oh my God, So I sat in my car for about an hour. Of course, I didn't sit right in front of their shop because I didn't want them to see me. And I parked around the side and I was just like, what am I going to do? I kept thinking about, did I do the right decision? Did I get into the right field? Was this the best opportunity for me? Should I have went a different route with my career? I just spent all this money for culinary school and here I am getting kind of discriminated because of my size, because of the size of a kitchen. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh my God, kitchens are small. They're all going to be tight. It's going to be hot. I'm going to be sweaty. And I'm like, I knew that going into this field, but I didn't know that it was going to lead to conversations like this. So these, it's embarrassing moments that I'm just like, maybe I chose the wrong decision. Maybe I spent all this money for nothing. Maybe this isn't going to work out for me. I love what I do and I love cooking. I love baking, but this might have been the wrong decision. And so I talked through it and I thought about it. And, the day goes by, I go home, I told my parents, I was like, hey, I don't think this might be the right fit for me. And low key inside, I was like, this was perfect. This is a perfect opportunity. And so I had gone through this and I went back to school. The next day I was still, finishing out the year. And I was just told my people, and I was like, I went to interview here. I'm excited. I hope it goes well. Little did they know, I don't think I was going to get the position because of my size. And so that was an opportunity for me to kind of learn from it and kind of think about how this is just one individual. This is just one company that no matter what size you are, no matter the size of space you're in, first of all, y'all should be ADA compliant, let's be real. But anyways, you shouldn't do that. And that's wrong. And little did I see them, move up and grow and be a big company, a great company. And I keep seeing them around and I'm just like, remember that one time you shot me down of a job because I was big. So I keep thinking about it. And ever since then, again, this has been almost 12 years later now, and I'm at a point in my life, you know what, I didn't need this cupcake company. I didn't need their kitchen. I didn't need their bakery. I didn't need this individual saying, this isn't for you. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I followed up. I did my thing. I called in. I sent them an email. I was just like, hey, I just want to check the status, see what you guys thought. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm getting, very excited and eager, and I have great ideas for your location. And then they sent the message saying, you know what, I don't think this is a great opportunity for you. Unfortunately, we decided to go another route. And I was like, okay. And I was just sitting there and I finally told someone in school and I was just like, what does this mean? Again, I'm the youngest of, my class. And everywhere I've gone, I was only, graduating culinary school at the age of 19. Yeah, maybe 18, 19, I don't know. But it was a moment in my life where I'm like, what do I do? Is this normal? Is it going to happen everywhere I go? Are people going to look at me and say, you know what, you're too big to work in our kitchen. You're too big to be a part of our team. You're too big to be a part of our space. And I'm just like, I just kind of was down in the dumps. And I just, I ended up moving along, and I kept applying at different locations, and I got this opportunity to, finally intern somewhere else, and they ended up scouting me, and I was just like, what? You know me? You know about me? You know of me? What? I'd love to learn more about the, opportunity that you have available. So in the end, I kind of was like, you know what? I was on the right path. I ended up interning at an amazing resort here in California. It was a 5-star golf resort, and I was just gonna be happier, you know. I was able to live on this course area. It was, you know, I'm gonna say it's Pebble Beach. I was able to intern there, live on this beautiful location, and be a part of an amazing team that didn't judge me for who I was, didn't judge me for what I look like, didn't judge me for the size I was. I just knew I loved to go into work. I loved to bake and make my things. And then in the end, I was just like, you know what? I'm over that. I'm moving forward. I don't need a cupcake company in my life to say, hey, this isn't for you. Because in the end, 12, 13, 14 years later that I've been doing this in my life, I don't even know how long I've been doing this, but I'm a really, really, really successful chef. And now I'm a credentialed teacher, and I'm looking forward to going back to school to finally become maybe a therapist. I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know what that means. So stay tuned. Or maybe just my admin credential. And I'm, you know, things have changed because of COVID and things are different. But I'm looking at new opportunities, and I'm not going to stop. And I never did let that one moment stop in my life and say, you know what, you can't do this. This isn't for you. This isn't going to keep you from doing what you want to do. And here I am, you know. And all I was like, you know what, Cupcake Company? Bye! I don't need you. Laters! So I was like, oh hell no, I don't need you in my life. I'm gonna be better and amazing, and without you, I'm gonna do me. So I didn't let that stop, and to this day, I am a big and tall and bearded and fabulous individual, and I'm still doing what I love. So just a reminder, to this Sunday is my birthday, and I just did, you know what? I got these beautiful delivery of cupcakes from a friend of mine, actually one of my coworkers, actually one of my employees, and they dropped these off, and I was just like, you know what? This is an homage to them. This is for that cupcake company that, you know, said, you ain't gonna be anyone, you ain't gonna be able to work in this industry, this isn't for you. So this is an homage to them. So cheers to that cupcake company for saying, you know what, this is an opportunity for you. It's okay, I didn't need you, I don't need you now, and I won't need you in the future. So enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy this cupcakes, thank you, and I'm gonna live my life, and I'm gonna be who I am and keep doing what I do. So with that said, that's something that happened to me, and that was, in my opinion, a discrimination in the workplace. Could I have moved forward and had this conversation with the labor board and filed a lawsuit and do all these things? And I was like, yeah, but I was an 18, 19-year-old, and I'm just like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning what I was going through. And yeah, a lot of people in my school and my class was very, you know, a lot older than me, very much wiser, and I've gone through a lot, but I just wasn't at a point that I was going to share that story because I was embarrassed. And now I'm not embarrassed. I've learned from it, and I hope no one out there goes to this position and deals with this situation in their life. And if you do, don't stay quiet. You tell them that they're doing that, what they're doing is wrong, and they shouldn't do that. And no matter what size of your kitchen, no matter what size you're working in the industry, or what area or what job you're doing, you don't need that. Okay, so you let them know that you're gonna be you, and you're gonna continue to do you, and you best blast them on that social media and say, you know what, this is what they did wrong, this is what they shouldn't be doing, and this is why I recommend someone else, to be honest. So, I hope you enjoyed that conversation. I hope you enjoyed my story. And like I said, discrimination in the workplace is there. It's out there. It's going to happen. And it doesn't matter what kind of discrimination it is, from your age or your sexual orientation or your gender or your culture or who you are or what you look like. Don't let that put you down. Don't stop there. If you feel like you are uncomfortable and you are put in a position or a situation that you shouldn't deserve, then you best make it known, okay? So, with that said, that concludes my conversation today. That concludes my story today. And again, I tell that cupcake company, bye. I'll see y'all later. But I'm not telling you all that down. But again, I just want to say thank you for all the love, support, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, I'm Chef Carlos, hashtag yes Chef Carlos, hashtag Baron Bougie, hashtag yes Chef Carlos. Fan coming soon, you'll see. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday at 1 p.m. Next week's conversation, you will see on Monday when I post it. It's going to be a good one. Let's just say it involves food again. Yes, food. Okay, so I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy these cupcakes. Cheers to all of you. Have a great weekend. Have a great time. If you're out there doing your thing, personally distance yourself. And again, don't forget to register to vote. And more importantly, continue to do you. So, with that said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. And again, I am done with that conversation. I put it out in the world, and I'm ready to close it off and just continue to do me. So, signing off, Friday. Today, we're done with this conversation. And we're done with this. Okay. Bye, everyone. I thank you all for your support, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. All right.